Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're mapping out what is, literally, the ultimate chronological hero's journey. We are talking about the complete transformation from dragging yourself out of bed with that profound, heavy morning fatigue, all the way to unlocking absolute, humming vitality. We're going to look at exactly what happens to your body, your brain, and your entire life when you commit to exercising at 6 a.m. for 30 consecutive days. And we're going to break down both the brutal reality of the process and the absolutely fascinating cellular science that makes the ultimate payoff possible. So, the alarm tears through the darkness, and your mind questions why you're torturing yourself like this. We all know this shared pain, right? You hit snooze, you roll over, you negotiate with yourself just to get a few more pitiful minutes of sleep. It's exactly what you might have done every single morning for the past 3 years. Make no mistake, day one of this journey is pure misery. You're hauling your heavy body outdoors. Your legs are sore before you even start. You've got this foggy brain, and your eyes simply will not open. Your mind just keeps replaying the warmth of your blankets. But we have to start here, because this initial pain, it's the absolutely necessary toll you have to pay for the transformation that follows. All right, let's officially kick things off with Section 1, the brutal first steps. Looking at our Week 1 roadmap here, Day 1 is, as we said, pure misery. Those first 2 days, honestly, you're going to want to quit. But look at what happens right here on Day 3. A sudden alertness appears. You actually wake up 2 minutes before your alarm even goes off. You open your eyes and strangely, you don't feel entirely miserable. By Day 5, you might even wake up with a little hint of anticipation. And by Day 7, you'll start noticing that falling asleep at night has become noticeably easier, happening about 15 minutes faster than usual. So how on earth do we get from pure misery on Day 1 to this sudden alertness on Day 3? Well, that takes us right into Section 2, rewiring the biological clock. Okay, let's dive into this. What causes that Day 3 magic? Actually, scratch that. It's not magic at all. It's your suprachiasmatic nucleus, or SCN, which is your brain's master biological clock. When you go outside on those early mornings, the morning sunlight passes through your retinas and reaches deep into your brain, right to the SCN. Think of it like a biological switch. It gets the signal that a brand new day has begun, triggers cortisol to start secreting, and quietly resets your 16-hour wake timer. Now, you can't feel it happening on Day 1 or 2, but your body is seamlessly adjusting its internal time zone just from that morning light exposure. So the absolutely crucial point here is understanding the intensity of that light. And this brings us to the dreaded Day 6 rainy morning dilemma. You wake up, it's gray, it's raining, and your brain starts making every excuse in the book. It tells you, hey, just skip today. But here's the reality check. Indoor light only gives you 100 to 500 lux. But even on a cloudy, rainy day, outdoor light provides a massive 1,000 to 10,000 lux. Your biological clock doesn't need blue skies, it needs light intensity. So you have to grit your teeth, get outside, and give your SCN the lux it craves. And secretly, when you finish that wet, miserable workout, you're going to feel a strange pride knowing you're now the kind of person who exercises in the rain. Moving right along, let's get into Section 3, the invisible internal shifts. As we head into Week 2, things get really interesting, mainly because your mirror is lying to you. You'll look in the mirror at the start of Week 2 and wonder why your abs haven't magically appeared yet. But underneath the skin, massive metabolic upgrades are taking place. Your liver's glycogen depletion patterns are optimizing. Your cellular fat oxidation capacity is quietly improving. And vitally, your serotonin and endorphin pathways are establishing themselves. These are silent cellular victories, and they totally explain why, on say Day 10, when you have an incredibly frustrating tough day at work, you suddenly realize you handled it with zero anxiety and zero sadness. The serotonin and endorphins from that 6 a.m. workout are literally still working for you 8 hours later. Which brings us to a massive revelation around Day 13. Just ask yourself, where is the 3 p.m. coffee crash? Pause and think about this for a second. Usually mid-afternoon is when you're desperate for that third cup of coffee just to keep your eyes open. But suddenly you notice you aren't tired. You're just buzzing with natural energy. You might even wonder what magical supplement you took, before you realize the only thing you changed was embracing the pain of 6 a.m. every single day. Now, speaking of cellular changes, it's really important to understand what is happening at the microscopic level during these weeks. And that brings us to the sponsor of the source material we're exploring today, Timeline. Timeline focuses on this fascinating process called mitophagy. Basically, this is your body's cellular process of cleaning out old, damaged mitochondria and building fresh, highly efficient ones. As we age, our mitochondria slow down, which makes recovery and energy production a whole lot harder. But Timeline's MitoPure gummies actually activate this mitophagy process, essentially taking that circadian rhythm reset you're already doing and optimizing your cellular recovery right on top of it. And the science backs this up beautifully. Clinical research actually shows that Timeline's MitoPure gummies can increase muscle strength by up to 12% after 16 weeks of use. And get this, with zero changes to your exercise routine. Think about that. You're already doing the grueling morning workouts, but if you optimize your cellular health with these strawberry gummies on top of your routine, your progress can absolutely skyrocket. Let's shift gears a bit for Section 4, Unlocking Your Mental Superpowers.
Let's look at the professional transformation happening here. Imagine you've got a big presentation at work. With your old pre-6 a.m. routine, you'd normally be anxious to the point of literal stomach pain, dealing with unclear thinking, and blending into the background so much that your boss doesn't even know your name. But by day 19, you exercise as usual, and when that presentation hits, you are strangely calm and focused. Your expression is fluent, your thoughts are crystal clear, and afterward, your boss specifically praises your performance. The routine isn't just changing your fitness anymore, it's actively changing your professional life. By week 4, you've pretty much developed a superpower system. Step 1, you secure that morning mental clarity. Step 2, you harness afternoon stable energy. And step 3, because your sleep cycle is fundamentally repaired, you eliminate that dreaded 3 a.m. anxiety entirely. Your work efficiency just explodes. Projects are getting finished days early. The usable hours in your day have practically multiplied. You've literally gone from a morning zombie to someone acting like a life coach in under a month. It becomes such a deep physiological need that if you accidentally oversleep, your whole body feels completely off.
And now, let's move to our grand finale, Section 5, the 30-day finish line. Let's jump to 5:58 a.m. on day 30. Paint this picture in your mind for a second. Just like on day 3, you wake up before the alarm even rings. But this time, you are waking up genuinely excited. You glance in the mirror and you look leaner, more vibrant, and noticeably more alive. You walk outside, and instead of feeling like an idiot freezing in the cold, you're watching the sky shift from deep blue to pale purple. You realize that the people still sleeping, they're the ones missing out. Contrast this vibrant person standing in the beautiful morning light today with that miserable, heavy-bodied person from day 1. Your body now physically demands this routine. And right as you're warming up, your phone buzzes. It's the friend who mocked you back in week 1. You know, the one who laughed when you left a late-night hangout early. Now they're asking for your secret. They want to try it too. And you just smile, and you type back. Tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. I'll be waiting. But I should warn you, the first 2 days, you'll want to kill me. Which brings us to the ultimate takeaway from this whole explainer. 30 days isn't the finish line. It's just the end of Chapter 1. The real journey of vitality, mental clarity, and cellular health, it's just beginning. What really matters is that you've proven to yourself that you have the power to rewire your biology. So I'm going to leave you with this question. Are you ready to start your Chapter 1? Are you setting that alarm for 6 a.m. tomorrow? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.